Welcome to CPSFan.com. Nielski here. We got the man Tony Jones, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, hi everyone. It's Tony Jones, Lane Tech assistant head coach for the boys track program.
We have results for the girls 4x100 meter relay.
We are here at beautiful North Park University for the Mather Invite. We're having we want to have a little bit of a discussion here with Tony, just to give you an overview of what's going on in the track scene here today in CPS. So, Tony, we'll start out with what you know best, which is your Lane Tech team. Tell us your role in Lane, what you coach.
My main role is middle distance. I'm the middle distance coach. I have other duties as well, but I'm responsible for the middle distance, anything from the 800 on up to the 2 mile.
Okay. And give me an overview real quick of your what you're doing with the team over there with your coaching duties.
Basically, what we're trying to do is we're just trying to build a foundation, just trying to build on some of the success we've had the past few years. This particular year, we're mostly upperclassmen dominant, and we have some big goals this year. You know, we want to try to reach some high. We set some really high standards that we want to try to reach this year.
In 6th place,
okay,
Gage
which is what?
In 5th place,
for one, the 4x8 is our, one of our specialties that we like. Take a group of guys, collective group of guys, bring them together. One of the goals we got is we want to get to the state finals this year, run on Saturday, and hopefully see where the chips fall. If we happen to win it, that's even better.
Okay. Now, you mentioned state, but let's take a step back. What about city at the varsity level? Where do you see the Lane team?
Team?
Yeah, team-wise.
Okay, overall team. Okay. Well, right now, one of our main goals is we have several goals. One goal is obviously to win your conference meet, because that's a big team goal.
Okay.
Mostly all the great schools, big schools, conferences are number one goal, and then from there you get to state. Only a few select teams or individuals can excel at that level. That's a second primary goal as well.
Okay.
State and do some real damage.
What about at the everyone knows your top guys at the varsity level. Tim Lynn, Marcelo Burbano, Lucas Beltran. Tell me, a little bit about, how they got so successful.
Basically, I've been coaching boys primarily for about 5 years. Before that, I was the girls coach, girls distance coach from 03 to about 07. We had girls like Stephanie Hughes, Whitney Bills. I was mainly girls coach when we had a coach, Pat Sullivan, left the program in 07. I was asked to come in and help out with that. So from basically 07, what we did was we knew we had some guys with some speed, some younger guys with some talent, and we just tried to build off of their strengths. And we feel like we're more of a middle distance, guys who are not really high mileage, but guys who can go after and get it, use their speed. And we just, over the last 3 or 4 years, we designed some different training systems that work. We had some failures, no doubt, but we feel like we're moving in the right direction.
Okay, so you've been the middle distance coach there now for like 4 or 5 years, huh? Okay.
Yeah, boys.
Okay, so the boys. What about let's talk about the lower level, because I'm a big lower level guys too, besides the varsity level. Where do you how do you see the development of your frost-off guys going?
Well, to be honest with you, I come from Indiana, where middle school track is big.
Okay.
Before you even get to high school. But coming to Lane initially, I was kind of mystified that there weren't any middle school programs that fed into the high schools, and I feel like that's very important. But since we don't really have that in the city, we kind of had to build from within, meaning taking first-year runners and almost basically building them almost like a redshirt system when you get to college, where you just take a kid and not really worry about racing and just focus on training. So we would take the track season, we count every sports season as a year. So for instance, track season counts as a whole year for us, so we use most of the track season to build mileage, endurance, strength, speed. To roll that over to the summer, same thing. Because we only have the kids for 3 years tops.
Okay.
You know.
All right, let's. I'm gonna pan out a little bit to the Lane team behind you, Tony.
Sure.
Here's the Lane team. You know, a lot of these guys were at the Mather Invite. Three individuals per event here. What's the role for a lot of these guys here?
You mean some of the guys that are here today?
Yeah.
Oh, for instance, today, we have, just to give you an example, we have a really large team. I think our track team is probably the most popular, second most popular sport in the school behind football, of course. We have about 100 guys on the team.
Okay.
We have the varsity, we have a junior varsity, we even have a lower level under that, which we've called Carlos Army. I read on your boards somebody making fun of it, but Carlos Army does.
Carlos Zamora, our boy, huh?
Carlos Zamora, he's a former runner of ours. We gave him that title because he was a kid who didn't have a role, but he liked the sport. And he basically took a bunch of guys under his wing that wanted to stay and train. And we actually, John Vard comes from the Army. He came up from the Army this past year. It was a kid, no one even knew who he was. I didn't even know who he was. And then at the end of the year, I was like, hey, hold on, let me get this guy from the Army.
Let's see what's going on with that, huh?
And as you can tell, he's a 430, 202 guy right now.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome.
He's a dedicated guy.
All right. Now, I know your main expertise is, Lane, but, there's going to be a lot of other people here besides Lane guys listening to this. So what's your, I guess, just overall impression of CPS boys track?
Yeah, I'm also the
This is the final call for all
associate
hurdlers.
editor for ESPN High School Illinois, Dykside, Illinois. So I got my hands in a lot of different pots.
Okay.
Which means I'm actually covering this meet as well. I'll
These
probably
are
do a
the
little
final
recap
results for boys
on the meet as
long
well. As far as the CPS
Tied for
boys,
5th place.
a lot of good stuff
From Steinmetz,
this year.
Dominique,
You got Jones, of
Mesquia
course,
Pinto,
great distance
and
program.
from Bond student
Okay.
Adelman's
Clarence
great
Maxwell.
coach.
Tied for 3rd
Dale
place
Domini,
from
which is his
Mather,
last year of
Runyon Mills,
coaching.
and from
He's always had great
Lakeview,
teams.
Bullner.
Then you have
2nd place,
some other schools that are not here.
Zach
Whitney Young
Ager.
looks like they're bounced back
and
from an
1st
off year
place,
last
the winner
year.
of the boys long jump
Oh man,
from
and there's
Bond
lots of
student.
individuals. You got teams
Oh,
on
I'm
the
sorry.
south side, Robeson,
In 1st place from Fenger,
Perspectives.
Joshua Cephas
Brooks.
with a jump of 19.
They got a
Brooks,
fine young
there you go.
team.
The winner of
Dangerous.
boys long jump.
You have Vaughn Steuben has a couple of good guys. I know I'm missing out. If you guys, pardon me if I have. I'm thinking of Jeffrey Rector. I'm hearing is coming back.
Okay.
So we have a lot. It's like a gold mine. The CPS is a gold mine.
Okay.
And this indoor season, for example, we had some really good performances at the Illinois Prep Top Times with Jamison Dell. Sorry, and there's a freshman I heard ran 4:27 over at Jones.
Kyle Maloney.
Yeah, Kyle Maloney. That's great.
All right. What about let's talk about North Lawndale. I mean, they're relatively new in the picture. I know a couple years ago, North Lawndale was just kind of I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna call it a little bit of a non-factor in the city. And since then, teams like North Lawndale, Brooks, they've stepped up. What do you think they need to do to keep the longevity? I mean, we don't want any one-year wonders here.
Well, first of all, let me say this. I read some stuff on your message boards, people bashing North Lawndale Prep.
In 2nd
You know
place
what? I'll say
from
this about North
Mather,
Lawndale Prep. Coach Johnson, I believe, he's running
and
the
the
show
winner
over there.
of the girls'
boys.
shot put from Lane Tech with an effort
in
of
my
29
opinion,
feet, 5.5
That's the kind of
inches.
attitudes that you want to have. You want to have kids that are confident. They may be a little brash, but that's okay. Because I remember back in 07 when we had the likes of Chris Kyles, Rushy Allen.
These are
they
the
were kind of
results
brash,
of the boys' shot put.
but they
In 6th
channeled
place from
their
Lane Tech,
brashness.
Alex Mueller.
And I'm all
In 5th
for
place from Foreman,
what
Jeffrey
North Lawndale
Daniels.
Prep is doing.
In
Those
4th
young
place
kids are
from
working
Mather,
hard.
Jarrell
And
Smith.
some of the people that's on the board bashing
In
them,
3rd place from
hey,
Lincoln
take
Park,
notice. Those
Tariq
kids are working hard, and
Abdul-Lan.
they're going to be good as long as they
In
listen to
2nd
the
place
coach.
from Marshall, Aaron
do what they're
Harris.
supposed to do,
And the
follow
winner of the
everything
boys'
they're
shot
supposed
put
to do.
from Walter Payton with an
I see
effort
nothing
of
but
44
continued
feet 3
success.
inches
Hey,
at
we
Harvard.
need that in CPS. It's a West Side school. We need some representation from the West Side. We got it from the South and the North. So I'm all for North Side or
That's
North
awesome.
Lawndale Prep.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. All right, Tony, I don't want to take all your time here today. I just got one final question here. Let's talk a little bit about your shoes, man. I noticed you got some cool Nikes there. What's going on with those, man?
Oh yeah, these are my like cold weather shoes. A little chilly out here. It's like 40 degrees out here.
let's
Keep
get
the
it.
rain off of them. Keep the cold off me, man.
All right, man. We'll end it at that. Any
Sure.
final words, Tony?
Final words is, hey, CPS world, just keep it up. Don't let anyone, talk bad about you. Just continue to work hard, respect your school, respect your coaches, your program.
All right. Peace out.